Hey guys, welcome back to the Daily Departure. I'm a Chicago-based flight attendant, and this is possibly one of my last flight attendant trips, and I'm going to share with you just how it went. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell icon so you get notifications when I'm posting new videos. But let's check out how my trip went. Good morning. I am at the airport super early today. It's like 4:30 in the morning. I got called for a 2-day trip, and I was actually like running late, not by my own fault. The train would take like 25 minutes. So it's been like a pretty crazy morning already, but I got called at 2 a.m. for this trip, so that kind of sucked. And there's actually a little story behind getting called for this trip that I'll explain later. But this morning I'm working from Chicago to Charlotte and then Charlotte to Denver, and then we're laying over. So pretty quick little morning. I guess not too quick because we're going all the way from Charlotte to Denver. Okay, so I have like a tiny bit of sit time in Charlotte. All the Starbucks places are closed, and if they're open, the line is like a mile long, like absolutely insane. So we're gonna do without. Absolutely regretting not getting a coffee while we were in O'Hare because those Starbucks lines were insane. So I'm just gonna eat a snack on the plane now. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat these grapes because I'm stabbing them with a knife so I don't have to touch them. But we board in I think 15 minutes, and then we just have one leg more of the trip, and then we are gonna be in Denver. And we actually had one of the girls on our crew. She is flying back. She's done. So we actually picked up another person for our crew, and they're Charlotte based. We were literally about to board, and then apparently the plane is broken. It's leaking oil, so gotta switch planes now. Gotta grab all my stuff from my jump seat. We even were keeping the plane, so I was really excited about that, but of course now we're not keeping the plane. Alright, we're on our new plane, all settled in. Just trying to figure out catering, but we're only delayed like 30 minutes. It was actually a super quick swap around, but they're just trying to figure out the catering in the back before we can start boarding. And then I say boarding, really weird. Anyways, only delayed like 30 minutes, so this is nice. On our way to Denver. I'm so ready to take a nap, but we still have like a 3.5-hour flight. Finally made it to the hotel, and looks like we have a nice view of parking garage here. Lovely, lovely. But the van ride literally took forever. It was a 50-minute van ride because we hit a lot of traffic, and I just kind of had my eyes closed and was trying to take a mini nap, but I never fell asleep. I am so tired. I'm not like an exhausted tired. It wasn't like that long of a day, but I am just so tired because I only got 2 hours of sleep last night. And I can't remember if I said this earlier when I got to the airport, but I ended up getting called for this trip at 2 a.m. I knew I had it at midnight because they had put it on my schedule at midnight, but it was a 4:20 a.m. sign in. So I woke up at 2 a.m. to come to this trip. I only have 2 hours of sleep that I'm running off right now, so I am so tired. And then what ended up happening was 2 people on the trip got called out, so 2 of us were reserves, and then last minute somebody else called out. So we had one flight attendant the first leg from standby who was pulled on the trip, and she flew with us from Chicago to Charlotte, and then she ended up deadheading home, and we picked up another flight attendant in Charlotte, and that's who we are flying the rest of the trip with. She'll just deadhead home when we get back to Chicago tomorrow. But it's been a pretty crazy morning, and I really actually love my crew. It's really nice to feel like I have a really awesome crew on one of my last trips. I mean, like, this could be my last trip, I don't know. But yeah, it's just pretty crazy that really hitting me is one of my last trips and my last layover potentially. But yeah, we're in Denver. I'm gonna take a really quick nap because I'm super tired. And also, I've just had such a crazy week this week. The train took forever to get to my station this morning too. It took 25 minutes to get to the train, which is so long. That's like not normal. And that even happened on Sunday when I got called for my trip. I got called at like 5 a.m. in the morning, and I had to get to the airport, but there was construction and stuff, so I had to take like the train to a bus, back to the train, into the airport. It took me an hour and 40 minutes. Like, my commute usually takes me 40 minutes, but it took me an hour and 40 minutes. I was so late to my trip. I literally ran up to the gate and got on the plane and swapped with the standby who was boarding for me like 3 minutes before they were closing the door. It was just such a crazy day. And then this trip too, so like this has been a really crazy week. I really feel like I'm in the throes of reserve, and I feel like I haven't had a reserve month like this since I started flying, like my first year and a half of flying. So it's been just a crazy week, but I'm very grateful to kind of get one more taste of the craziness before I get furloughed. But I'm just gonna take a nap. I'm gonna unpack my food. This hotel room has a refrigerator, which is great, and then there's a microwave down the hall, so that's excellent because I did pack food for this trip. So I'm gonna have a little snack first, actually, because I'm so hungry, then take a nap, then go for a run, which is perfect because it's only 1 p.m. here and it's like an 18-hour layover, so got plenty of time to relax and get settled in. Did you ever set an alarm for a nap and then you miss it by like 2 hours? I've been sleeping for the past 4.5 hours and I really was not planning on sleeping that long. So I'm like up and trying to wake myself up. The sun looks like it's setting though, so it's kind of stressing me out because I really wanted to go for a run, but I didn't want to go when it's dark out because if you've ever been to Denver, I just feel like there's very like rough crowd outside sometimes, like at night. So I just wanted to avoid that, but maybe I'll go for a run. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change and see what's up with outside and maybe see if the gym is open here. I know my hotel that I was at last week for work, they had the hotel gym still open. So if it's open, I think I'm just gonna maybe go in the hotel gym and work out there, but we'll see kind of how it goes with altitude wise and working out. Regrettably, only set one alarm, but I just looked at the weather and it seems like it's raining in an hour, so I'm really concerned about going for a run because I really don't want to get wet. But if I ever take a nap on a layover again, I'm setting like 10 alarms because this is not okay. I really wanted to go for a run and not have to worry about rain or anything like that. So this is kind of a bummer. I'm just throwing my tennis shoes on right now and oh man, I don't want to get rained on. Also, my running shoes are so bad. Like I really need new ones really badly. I made it back. My run was super successful. I found this beautiful park. You could call it Millennium Park or something like that, but there was Millennium Bridge, and then what was it, Commons Park or something like that. It was so beautiful and the sun was setting and the buildings and the architecture around it were just so stunning. It was such a nice run. I posted some really nice pictures on my Instagram and videos, and then I found a really cute spot and I also took a picture there. So I think I'm gonna post that because I also realized that Denver was actually my first layover when I was a flight attendant, and now it might possibly be my last layover because I'm on reserve, and I'm realizing it might be my last layover as well. So it's just really crazy to think that I started here and I'm ending here, and yeah, it's just pretty crazy. Also, I was talking to my crew today about last layovers, and it's crazy because I feel like some people might be on their last layovers and literally forever in their career as a flight attendant, because I wouldn't be surprised if after furloughs people just don't come back and they decide to stop flying, which that's definitely not my plan. I definitely will be back to flying once furloughs are over. But yeah, for some people, they might just decide that they prefer their life outside of the airline industry. And that's just so crazy to me to think that some people might be on their last layover without even realizing it. And I know for sure this is my last layover, but not forever. But it'd be weird to think that this would be like my last layover forever if I did for some reason like not come back to the industry for whatever reason, even though I am planning on it. But I'm just gonna eat my dinner now and relax for another 30 minutes or so until I go to bed, because I actually have to be up in like 7 hours and we just have 2 legs tomorrow. It's kind of normal length day. It's not short, it's not long, just 2 flights. Yeah, so I'm gonna head to bed soon, and even though I took like a 4-hour nap, I am still pretty tired, so we will definitely take advantage of that sleep. Okay, good morning. It's so early right now. I woke up at 3:30. I just finished getting ready, but I'm picking up my room. I have to pick up my like chargers and everything, and I'm wearing braids today because my hair was just so kinked from wearing braids last night and in the morning. But I've been doing braids a lot lately because my hair is finally long enough to kind of have them and it not look weird. I usually like hate wearing my hair back. I feel like really self-conscious, but I definitely feel a lot more confident since I lost weight, because I feel like I've lost weight in my face and stuff too. Which I am going to make a video about losing weight and kind of my like journey a little bit more in depth, because you guys have been asking me a lot of questions on Instagram of like what I did, how I did it, and why I did all that type of stuff. I just figured I'd make like a little sit down video to share that experience, not necessarily as like tips or pointers, just an experience video because some of you guys have been wanting it. We have 2 flights today. We're flying to Phoenix on the first leg and then just back home. Yeah, looks like we're gonna start boarding soon, so I'm gonna finish my snack and then check in with you later.